Hey y'all, this is going to be my attempt at making a comedy video. I've been watching some dry bar comedy all day, or half the day, on YouTube, and it inspired me to make my own little stand-up comedy routine. So here goes. Basically, I'm just going to exhibit the different accents that I know, and then I'm just going to say what I think people that talk like that would say. And it should be very interesting. So I'm going to start with my British accent. And basically I'm just going to say what I think, British people would say in the era of about, Pride and Prejudice, all the Jane Austen novels. So basically, if I was a British person living back then, I would say, I think it's time for us to play some cards. And we really have absolutely nothing else to do today because we are very spoiled rich people who don't have to work, and it's insane. So I think we should just play some cards all day. I think that would be a lot of fun. And then I think maybe later we should have a party where we invite hundreds of people and spend lots of money on food, because we don't worry about money at all. It's not really an issue. We have these big parties and have all these people over because we're so spoiled. And then I think I will air out my daughters, assuming that I'm an older woman. And I'm going to let them see what man they would like to pick. And hopefully they will come upon a great suitor. Because that is my goal in life as an English mother, is that I only want to get my daughters married off and I don't think about anything else. And that's what I learned from all the Jane Austen novels I read. That was the English life back in the 1800s. Let's see. And then now, the culture that I know the most is California. So I'm going to talk like a Valley girl. And I grew up in California most of my life, so I totally understand the culture. But, oh my gosh, so the girls out there, really, all they want to do is go to the beach, So, oh my gosh, do you want to go to the beach with me? Totally. And I just got this new suntan oil, and we can lay out on the beach. But what's really annoying when you put on suntan oil? You get the sand stuck to your skin, and it's oh my gosh, it's so annoying because you put on all this suntan oil and you're like, yeah, I'm looking so hot. But then you get all this sand all over you, and it's it just totally ruined my hot appeal, it's so annoying, honestly. But I was trying to look all hot and attractive for all these cute guys here at the beach, and I get all the sand all over me, and it's so frustrating. Oh my gosh, you know what else I don't like about the beach? It's okay, you get your towel, right? You put your towel on the sand so you don't have to get the sand on you, but then you get sand on your towel. And it's oh my goodness. It's so frustrating because then you still get sand on you and you're oh my gosh. And then when you pick up your stuff to leave and you shake your towel out, but then you don't realize that you're shaking it and you're downwind of that, and then you get all this sand in your face and in your ears and up your nose. It's disgusting. And the beach is supposed to be fun, but then the sand part, that just really doesn't make it very fun, But I think after I go to the beach, I'll go shopping because, that's the main thing I like to do, because I'm very egotistical and I don't really care about spending money. And so I'm just going to go shopping all day after I had that horrible sand experience. All right, now I'm going to do a southern accent. Down in the South, people like to go fishing a lot. And I know that from Brad Paisley's video. I'm going to miss her. He just talks about fishing all the time. But it really is true because, I didn't know, but then I moved to Texas and I was wow, people here really, really do like fishing. But I see why, because there's nothing else to do. In California, you got the beach, or you can go to clubs and bars. Not that you should, but you can. But in the South, in Texas, there ain't nothing else to do. So, you just you go fishing. But that's pretty much it. Drink some beer. Try and not die from the extreme heat down here. Which really, it would make a lot more sense to just stay in air conditioning all day. I mean, that's what I did ever since I moved to Texas. Like, I don't even want to go outside. It's so darn hot out there. I used to live in California and I'd go out bike riding, but here in Texas, it's like, I'm not even sticking my head outside. I think it might just get burned right off, because it's so hot. But let's see, what else do people like to do in Texas? People like to go out to eat down here, but you mainly find that in Nebraska, which is also where I used to live. And in Omaha, they have the most restaurants per capita, meaning that people really like to eat out in Omaha. And you can tell when you look at people up in Nebraska, because most people are a little bit big up there. And that's why, because there's nothing else to do besides go out to eat. Because, in the summer it's real hot and humid, so you don't really want to go outside much. And then in the winter it's real cold, and you can't really do anything outside. So if you want to get out of your house, all you can do is go out to a restaurant, and just add on some more blubber. I mean, that's really all there is to do in Nebraska, unless you get daring like I did when I was a kid and you try and go sledding on that snow, But I tell you what, you're going to burn a lot of calories walking up that hill after you go sledding. It's not easy. You got to walk all the way up that hill. Maybe it's like a mile, and then you get all exhausted. But hey, then you can go out to a restaurant. All right, the final accent I'm going to try and do is New York. I don't know. I'm not as good at this one. New York. Hey, welcome to New York, man. So, one day I was really pissed off about man, this is kind of hard. I was really pissed off about my student. I don't know if I can do it. Hey, I was really pissed off about my student loans. So I called this. Nope. Scratch that. I'm not going to try New York. I used to be able to do a New York accent, but now I can't. But the story I was going to say with that one is, one day I was really mad about my student loans, so I called the student loan officer, which was me, and I complained to her about my daughter and how, I wanted her interest rate to be lowered by 1%, but she wouldn't do it. So I let her have it, and I really chewed her out. That was my story about New Yorkers, but I can't remember how to do the accent. Anyways. Oh, wait, I have one more voice. Hi, my name is Stitch. Kind of. It sounds a little bit like Stitch. But pretty much anything I say with this voice is funny because it's a very funny voice. So if I ever did become a comedian, I think I would totally use this voice. But I'm not sure what I would say with it. I think I would just say, as Stitch, I've always had a dream to go on a cruise, but I haven't gotten to go because people are scared of me. You've seen the movie Lilo and Stitch. Like, people always get really scared of me, and they scream and they run away because I have 6 arms. But I really wish I could go on a cruise, and I would love to see the shows, and I would love to sit in the dining room and eat cheesecake and lobster. So if you guys could all pray for me that they would let me get on a cruise ship, I would really appreciate it. Because, when I put my head on the pillow at night and I dream about what I want more than anything in the world, I want to be on a cruise. And I just feel like it's an impossible dream right now because people are scared of me, and I just think that, people should broaden their horizons and that they should accept little cute alien creatures like me. So please pray for me that I'll be able to go on a cruise someday, because I really, really want to. Oh, that's my final voice. And hey, my video made me laugh, so maybe it'll make you all laugh too. And do me a favor, if you watch this with a friend, drink some Red's Apple Ale before you watch it, because then it'll be a lot more funny. Do it. Or Angry Orchard. Those are really good. But just stop at 2. You don't need to have more than 2. I recommend 1, but if you want to have 2, you can. But you don't need to have more than that, because all things in moderation. And we're not supposed to get drunk. Maybe a little bit tipsy, though. Anyways, may God bless you all. I pray this video cheered you up in some way. God loves you. Have a great day. Bye.